What's up everybody, welcome back. So after the hearing and the sight sense, in this video we're going to add a damage sense to our zombie. So let's dive into it. We're going to open our zombie AI controller and select the perception component over here and add our third sense. So click the little plus sign and we're going to configure it, so set it to the damage sense. And we could expand this, but there's not really much to set over here. Except for the maximum age, probably start enabled, but other than that you don't really need to configure this. So we have a damage sense implemented and we're going to make our zombie chase the player as soon as we shot him, because I think that's a valid response. So we have the function where we have the on-target perception updated. So first we check if it's our sight. If it's not, we're going to check if it's our hearing. And if that's not the case, we're going to check if it's our damage sense. So again, I'm going to drag off this stimuli over here and I'm going to get the sense class. And I want to compare this to check if this is my damage sense. So look for damage sense. And plug this into a boolean branch again, not a boolean, just like this, and make sure we connect this up to the false pin from the previous check. And now we want to make sure that the zombie starts chasing us if we take damage, so we can simply drag in our possessed pawn and call the start chase player and plug that into our true pin. And that's pretty much all we need to do. Now we need to make sure this damage event gets fired. So we're going to go into our first person character and we have our fire weapon event over here. So if I hit something with this line trace, I'm going to get this hit result back, and from there I'm going to trigger my damage event. So I'm going to get the hit actor and I'm going to see if that's a zombie or not. So cast to zombie, to my AI zombie blueprint. And I need to plug this in somewhere in between here, so I'm gonna do something like this. It's not the cleanest solution, but it'll have to do for now. So if this is my zombie character blueprint, then I'm gonna report a damage event. So I'm gonna drag off here and do report damage event. So the damaged actor, that's my zombie, that's the guy I shot at. The instigator is me, so I'm gonna get a reference to self. And for the event location, that's going to be this location where I am at. So I'm just going to get my own actor location, get actor location, and plug that into the event location. So if you expand this, you could also pass on the hit location if you'd like. So you could plug in the impact point from the trace. And you could also pass on a damage amount if you would like to inflict damage on the zombie from here. For example, if you have your own custom logic, you could use that as well. So there's nothing implemented by default that will make this float actually do something. But you can pass it on and add your own custom logic if you would like. So I'm just going to put this to 25 damage for now, so we can see what that does to the damage sense. And now all we need to do is plug the rest back up. So if this cast failed, I'm simply going to spawn the emitter and I'm going to plug this in here as well. So now we have our damage set up. I'm going to play this. So the damage sense doesn't have any range by default. As long as I hit this guy, he should register me. So I'm going to enable the gameplay debugger again and I'm going to fire at him. And you can see the damage triggered. So the strength of this is actually the damage amount that I put in the node. So we have a strength of 25 and we have an age if you would like to do something with that. So now because I'm in sight range, he will keep chasing me until I lose him. I think I'm too close. No, I'm good. And now if I shoot at him, both hearing and damage will trigger because I'm also inside hearing range. But so you can see that's how your damage sense works, and that's really all there is to it. So if you want to apply any custom logic by having a maximum range or things like that, you would have to do that yourself with the distance from the trace and implement logic yourself. So this is the damage amount I was talking about that actually returns as the strength over here in the stimuli struct. So if you would break this struct like we did previously, so then the strength it returns over here, that's the amount of damage that we put in here, and that's also the number that you see in game if you look at the little circle that's generated. So if I enable the gameplay debugger, so there's the 25 again, damage. And the other thing should be fairly straightforward. So the stimulus location where I shot from, receiver location is the zombie's location, and if I hit him then it's going to be successfully sensed. No tags or things like that, so it's pretty basic. Damage sense implementation done. So next video we're going to look at the prediction sense, and I think it's a pretty cool one. May not be really useful all the time, but it's still fun. So make sure to check that out. Thanks for watching, everybody. Talk to you later.